Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Calm English Studio. I'm Emma, and I'll be your host today. So, Leo, before we get into the lesson, I want to ask you something very simple. Do you remember the last time someone asked you, "How was your day?"
Oh, yeah. Actually, that happens a lot. And every time, I feel a little nervous.
Nervous? That's interesting. Why?
Because even though I understand English, when I hear that question, my brain just stops for a second. I'm like, good? And then I don't know what to say next.
Right, just good. And that's the end of the conversation?
Exactly. And inside my head, I'm thinking, no, my day wasn't just good. I woke up late. I was tired at work. I wanted to go home early. But I can't organize those thoughts in English.
And I think this is a very common problem for English learners.
Yeah, definitely.
Many learners can read English, they can listen to podcasts or watch videos, but when it comes to talking about their own life, it suddenly feels very hard.
And that's frustrating because it's your life. It's not a complicated topic.
Exactly. And here's something important. The problem is usually not grammar.
Right. It's not that you don't know English.
Most learners already know words like wake up, eat, work, go home, sleep.
But they don't practice using those words to talk about one full day.
So, why does this happen?
I think it's because most English lessons focus on special situations.
Yes, travel English, interviews, business meetings.
Which are useful, of course, but they don't help you talk about normal days.
And normal days are what people ask about the most.
Exactly. Friends, coworkers, classmates, they always ask, "How was your day?"
That's why talking about your day is so important.
Because once you can do that, you can join real conversations.
And here's the good news for everyone listening.
You don't need big words.
You don't need long sentences.
You just need simple English, used step by step.
In today's episode, I'll guide you through how to talk about your day in simple, natural English.
We'll start with the morning.
Waking up, getting ready, and starting your day.
So let's begin. In the next part, we'll talk about your morning routine in English.
Part 2. Talking about your morning in English.
All right, let's start with the morning. Honestly, I think mornings are the hardest part of the day for many people.
Oh, definitely. For me, mornings are always a little messy.
Messy how?
Well, the alarm goes off, and the first thing I do is I don't get up. I just lie there and think, 5 more minutes.
Yes, 5 more minutes that turn into 20.
Exactly. And then suddenly, I'm late.
I think a lot of listeners can relate to that. And this is already a great place to start practicing English.
Really?
Yeah, you can say very simple things like, I wake up at 7. I don't want to get up. I feel tired in the morning.
Right. Those sentences are easy, but they're real.
So, Leo, after you finally get out of bed, what do you usually do?
The first thing? I sit on the bed for a moment. I stretch a little. And honestly, I just stare at the wall.
Just staring into space.
Yeah, my brain is not ready yet.
That's perfect English right there. My brain is not ready yet. Very natural.
Oh, nice. I'll remember that.
After that, do you go straight to the bathroom?
Yes, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and sometimes I look in the mirror and think, wow, I really need coffee.
Same. And again, these are very simple actions. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I look in the mirror.
Yeah, when you put them together, it already sounds like a story.
What about showers? Are you a morning shower person?
Absolutely. If I don't take a shower in the morning, I feel half asleep all day.
I feel the same way. I always say the shower helps me wake up.
Yes,
The warm water feels good, and after that, I feel clean and fresh.
clean and fresh. That's a nice phrase. Very simple, but very useful.
Now let's talk about breakfast. This is something many learners skip when they talk about their day.
Probably because breakfast feels too small or boring.
Exactly, but it's part of your real life.
For me, breakfast is very simple. Most days, I just have toast and tea.
That's it?
Yeah, if I'm in a hurry, sometimes I don't eat at all.
And that's something you can say in English too. I skip breakfast. I don't have time to eat.
Right. On weekends, though, it's different.
Oh?
Yeah, I wake up later and I might cook eggs or something warm.
See? Same person, same life, but different days.
For me, breakfast is very important. I need coffee. Without coffee, I'm not very friendly.
Good to know.
I usually have bread, eggs, and coffee. Nothing special, but it makes me feel ready.
And that feeling is important too. I feel ready for the day.
Yes, feelings are part of your morning story.
After breakfast, what's next for you?
Getting dressed. I choose my clothes, and sometimes I change my mind 3 times.
Same here, especially when I'm tired.
I look at my clothes and think, this doesn't feel right.
That's very natural English. This doesn't feel right.
Oh, nice.
Then comes the part many people forget to talk about. Checking your things.
Oh, yes. Wallet, phone, keys.
Every single morning.
I always check my keys because once I locked myself out.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. I had to wait outside my house for an hour.
That's a great word. Embarrassing. And it comes from real experience. So before leaving the house, you can say things like, I check my bag. I make sure I have my keys. I turn off the lights.
Simple sentences, but very useful.
How do you feel right before you leave?
Sometimes calm, sometimes stressed.
Why stressed?
Because I'm thinking about work, about traffic, about everything I need to do.
And that's very honest. I feel stressed before work.
Yeah, but sometimes I take a deep breath and say, okay, let's go.
I love that. It sounds very natural.
And listeners, notice something important here.
I didn't use difficult English.
I'm just describing what I really do.
That's the key. Your morning doesn't need to be interesting, it just needs to be real.
And when it's real, it's easier to talk about.
So, if you're listening right now, try this after the episode.
Think about your own morning.
What time do you wake up?
What's the first thing you do?
Do you eat breakfast or skip it?
How do you feel before leaving the house?
These simple questions help you build real English.
Not English for tests, English for life.
All right.
That's your morning.
Next, we'll move into the day itself.
Work or study, and everything that comes with it.
Part 3. Work, study, and the commute.
All right, so now you've left the house. Your morning is over and the real day begins. For most people, that means one thing: work or school.
Yeah, this is the biggest part of the day.
And for English learners, this is also where many conversations happen. People ask about your job, your classes, your workday.
But it's funny because even though we spend so much time working or studying, it's still hard to talk about it in English.
Before we get to work itself, let's talk about something that comes first: the commute.
Ah, yes, the journey from home to work or school.
How do you usually commute, Leo?
I take the bus most days.
And how is it?
It depends on the day. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it's crowded and slow.
That's already very good English. I take the bus. It's crowded. It's slow.
Yeah, in the morning the bus is often full. I usually stand and hold the rail.
And how do you feel during the commute?
Honestly, half asleep.
That's very real.
I listen to music or just look out the window and think about the day.
For me, I usually drive to work. And people think driving is comfortable, but it can be stressful too.
Traffic?
Traffic, parking, and trying not to be late.
So you can say, I drive to work. There's a lot of traffic.
Exactly. And notice something important. You don't need to describe everything. Just one or two simple details is enough. Now, let's say you arrive at work or school. What's the first thing you do?
When I arrive at work, I usually sit down, turn on my computer, and check my emails.
That's perfect. Very simple and very common.
Sometimes there are a lot of emails, and I feel a little overwhelmed.
That's a great word to learn. Overwhelmed.
Yeah, but I try to tell myself one thing at a time.
For students, it's very similar. You arrive at school, you go to class, you listen to the teacher.
You take notes, you answer questions, you talk with classmates.
All simple actions. So, Leo, what do you usually work on during the day?
It depends. Some days I write code, some days I fix problems, some days I join meetings.
And how do you feel about that?
Some days are productive. I finish my tasks and feel good.
And other days?
Other days feel long. Things don't work. I get tired.
And that's completely normal. You can say, "Today was a long day. I felt tired at work." I think this is important for listeners to hear. Your workday doesn't need to sound impressive.
Yeah, you don't need to explain everything you do.
Just focus on actions and feelings.
What you did, how you felt.
Now, let's talk about lunch. This is a small part of the day, but many people really enjoy it.
Oh yes, lunch feels like a break.
What do you usually do at lunchtime?
Sometimes I eat with coworkers. Sometimes I eat alone.
And what do you eat?
Usually something simple. Rice, vegetables, or a sandwich.
And how does lunch make you feel?
Relieved. It's a moment to rest.
That's a great word. Relieved. After lunch, the afternoon begins. How is that part of the day for you?
That's when I feel sleepy.
I think many people feel the same.
I drink water. Sometimes I drink coffee.
And then you go back to work.
Yes, more tasks, more emails.
But something interesting happens near the end of the day.
What's that?
You start thinking about going home.
Yes, even if I'm still working, my mind is already there.
And when you finish your work, how do you feel?
Proud, relieved, sometimes just very tired.
Those feelings are important. They're part of your day. Now, let's talk about the second commute, going home.
It feels different from the morning commute.
How so?
In the morning, I feel rushed. In the evening, I feel slower.
That's a great comparison.
I know the bus might still be crowded, but I don't mind as much.
Because you're going home.
Exactly.
And listeners, this is a great place to practice English. You can say things like, I leave work at 6. I go home by bus. I feel tired but relaxed.
Simple sentences, but they describe real life.
So if you're listening right now, think about your own day.
How do you commute?
What do you do at work or school?
How do you feel in the afternoon?
How do you feel when the day ends?
This is how English becomes part of your life.
Not just something you study, but something you use.
All right, that's your work or study day.
Next, we'll talk about the best part for many people.
The evening.
Rest, family, hobbies, and winding down.
Part 4. Evening life and how you feel.
So now the workday is over. You've finished your tasks, you've left the office or school, and you're finally home.
That moment feels really good. It's like everything slows down.
It does. For many people, the evening is the most important part of the day.
Because that's when you get your time back.
Let's start with the first thing people usually do when they get home. What's that for you, Leo?
Honestly, the first thing I think about is food.
Dinner time!
Exactly. If I get home early enough, I usually eat with my family.
And how is that for you?
It feels warm. We sit together, talk a little, and share small things about our day.
That's a really nice way to describe it. It feels warm. What do you usually eat for dinner?
Nothing special. Rice, vegetables, maybe chicken or fish.
And that's perfect English. Simple food, simple sentences. Yeah, sometimes people think they need fancy words to talk about food, but you don't. You can just say, I eat dinner with my family. I eat something simple. What about people who live alone?
I think it's similar. They might eat alone, but dinner is still a break.
Yes, you can say, I eat dinner alone. I watch something while I eat.
And that's real life.
After dinner, what usually happens?
For me, I like to take a shower.
Same. It helps me relax.
Exactly. The day feels heavy sometimes, and the shower kind of washes that away.
That's a great way to say it. The day feels heavy. So after the shower, the evening really begins.
Yes, that's when I do my own things.
What does that look like?
Some days I watch TV, some days I read a book, sometimes I just sit and do nothing.
Doing nothing is also something.
It really is.
I think this part of the day is very personal. Everyone's evening looks different.
Yeah, some people go out, some people stay in.
Some people study English in the evening.
That's true. The evening is quiet, so it's a good time to learn.
If you're studying in the evening, what do you usually do?
I review vocabulary. I listen to podcasts. Sometimes I repeat sentences out loud.
That's a great habit.
It doesn't have to be long. Even 10 or 15 minutes is enough.
And that's important for listeners to hear. You don't need hours.
What about feelings in the evening? How do you usually feel?
It depends on the day. Sometimes I feel relaxed. Sometimes I feel tired.
And sometimes?
Sometimes I feel satisfied. Like, okay, I did what I needed to do today.
That feeling is very powerful.
I think many people feel pressure during the day. Work, school, responsibilities.
Yes, and the evening is when that pressure slowly goes away.
So you can say things like, I finally feel relaxed. I feel free in the evening.
Those are simple but strong sentences.
Do you ever talk to people in the evening?
Yes, sometimes I call a friend, sometimes I message someone.
And what do you talk about?
Mostly about the day, about small things.
And that brings us back to our main point, talking about your day. Because in the evening, people often ask, how was your day?
Yes, and if you've practiced, you don't feel stuck.
You can say, I was busy. I was tired, but it was okay.
Or, it was a long day, but I'm glad it's over.
Now let's talk about one more thing, the moment before the night.
That quiet time.
Yes, when things slow down.
For me, that's when I stop using my phone.
That's a good habit.
I try to give my brain a break.
And how do you usually do that?
Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I just sit quietly.
Those moments are also part of your day, and they're worth talking about. So if you're listening, think about your own evening.
What do you do after dinner?
How do you relax?
Who do you talk to?
And how do you feel when the day is almost over? These questions help you turn your evening into English.
Not perfect English, real English.
All right, that's your evening.
Next, we'll move into the last part of the day
The night.
and how to talk about ending your day in English.
Part 5. Ending the day and looking back.
So now the day is almost over. The night has come.
Everything feels slower.
Yes, this is the moment when many people finally stop.
No more tasks, no more messages.
Just you and your thoughts. Leo, what is the last thing you usually do before going to bed?
I usually check my phone one last time.
That's very honest.
I think many people do that, but after that, I try to put it away.
And then?
I lie in bed and think about the day.
That moment is very important because that's when you naturally review your day.
Yes, I think about what I did, what went well, what didn't.
And those thoughts are perfect for English practice. You don't need to write long sentences. You can just think in simple English.
Like, today was busy. Today was long. Today was okay.
Or, I'm tired, but I'm satisfied.
Those sentences describe real feelings.
Many learners think English only exists in books or lessons.
But English can exist in your bed, right before you sleep.
Exactly. That quiet moment is actually a great learning moment. What time do you usually go to bed?
Around 11.
And how do you usually feel at that time?
Sleepy and calm.
Those are good words. Very simple, but very useful. You can say, I feel sleepy. I'm ready to sleep.
Or, I'm tired, so I'm going to bed early.
This is real English, daily English. Before sleeping, do you ever plan for the next day?
Sometimes, I think about what I need to do tomorrow.
And how do you say that in English?
I have a lot to do tomorrow. Or, tomorrow will be busy.
Perfect. So now, if you look back at the whole day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night, you already have so much English.
Yes, your life gives you the content.
You don't need to search for topics.
You just need to notice your day.
And that's why we made this series.
To help you turn your daily life into English.
Not fast English, not difficult English.
Just clear, real English that you can actually use.
If you're listening to this and thinking, yes, this feels possible, then you're already on the right path.
You don't need to be perfect.
You just need to start. By the way, we've prepared a PDF for this episode.
Yes, in the PDF, you'll find simple questions about your day.
Morning questions,
Work or study questions.
evening and night reflection questions.
You can use them to practice speaking or writing.
You can find the PDF in the description below.
Download it and try using it tonight.
Even 5 minutes is enough. And if this episode helped you, please give this video a like.
It really helps the channel grow.
And don't forget to subscribe to Calm English Studio for more real-life English listening practice.
We upload new episodes regularly.
Also, we'd love to hear from you.
Tell us in the comments, how was your day today?
You can write just one sentence.
Simple English is perfect.
All right, that's the end of today's episode.
Thank you for spending part of your day with us.
Have a good night.
And see you in the next episode.